Join me as we enter week 10 of Souls of Saraku to see where our journey goes. Hello everyone, welcome back to the Trucker That Board Games. Sorry about the delay on this video. It was my birthday, so I took a little trip out of town, so I'm a little behind. I did another video. If you want to see this whole thing, my daughter made me a new dice tray. I did a video for it. If you want to see it, it's pretty cool. My favorite birthday gift. Well, because it's from my daughter, and I'm going to use it quite a bit. So with that, we're going to go from where I left off last time with a little refresher here. We absolutely destroyed the Spider King. And then we went back through the swamps, and we came across some good people here, and we persuaded them to get the heck out of there, because we are going back to try to salvage where we were, our castle that was destroyed. And with that, we're going to go, and February was my birthday. I forgot to mention that last time. But with that, we're heading back to our roots where we started. And with that, we're going to start Monday, March 2nd, Moon's Day, frost melt. The once mighty castle lays in ruins. The walls have been reduced in shattered stone, in smoldering wreckage. The halls were once filled with dark power, but now only echo and eerie silence. You climb through the broken remnants in hopes of discovering something worth scavenging. And this is another one. Looks like we have to begin at the X and navigate through the map and see what we find. So we are starting here. So we could go to the throne room. Obviously, that would see where our ruler was. So I'm kind of wondering if we actually do that. Maybe our ruler has something, the overlord that fell. So we are going to go to room C. And room C is the hidden vault. Further down the ruined corridor, you notice a section of the wall that has been broken open, revealing a hidden vault. The overlord's secret treasures lie inside. Scattered chests glint with possibilities of fortune. Roll D20 dexterity. Remember locksmith. Do I have locksmith? I don't have locksmith. And do my animals here have it? Nope, they don't. So we are going to go D20. So we have a 5, and our dexterity is a 0. So that's not good. Not a good start. So if it's 7 or less, all the fortunes inside are gone, taken by looters. Well, that was a bummer. So we are going to check out B. I don't see why we wouldn't check them all out. So we'll go to B. The stranded minions. As you move deeper into the wreckage, you hear muffled voices. A group of goblins and orcs are trapped beneath the collapsed section of the hallway. They desperately claw at the rubble in hopes of escape. Option A, rescue the minions, or abandon them. And that stinks, because strength is not our strong suit. So we are going to go strength. I mean, we do have a -2, so we got to hope for something high here. And we got an 8 minus 2 is 6. Yeah, we definitely should have just looted them. So if the result is 10 or less, you exhaust yourself trying to lift the debris. The soldiers beyond perish in agony. Oh my gosh, that was terrible. Okay. This is not starting out good. This dice tower is not doing me any good. Well, obviously, we're going to go to the A part because we have to. The High Mage Alchemy Lab. This area of the castle seems relatively untouched. None were ever permitted to enter the High Mage's Alchemy Lab, where he spent many nights experimenting and inventing. You continue to search the room. Roll D20 intellect. Remember, investigator. Yeah, we don't have investigator, unfortunately. But, so let's see here. So roll D20 intellect. We have 1 on intellect. So let's see here. Get a +1 to this. Oh, and let's see. A 5. Oh my gosh. My daughter cursed me. So +1 is 6. If the result is 7 or less, you find 1 seed and 1 moon moss. Well, I guess that's not too bad. We do need a lot of that. So we do have 1 cryptweed, or 2 cryptweed, so we'll go to 3. And we need 1 moon moss. And we had 1 moon moss. So we're going to go to 2 moon moss. So we're starting to get some resources. 3 bone dust. We need some wolfsbane, though. And then we're going to go to D. I wonder if my daughter cursed me with this dice tower. It has not been going so hot. So, area D. Stop. It is time to move on and search elsewhere. You may stop now. It is apparent that someone was here, deliberately raiding the Overlord's wealth. It must have been the Army of Light. For all their claims of rightnesses, they still thought to steal the gold and wealth of the Overlords. I mean, of course. Wouldn't you? The victors do take the spoils, so that is always the case. Oh, we got a pouch here, so we're going to roll a d6, see what we find. We get a 2. Oh, perfect. A wolfsbane, which we needed 1 of those, so now we are going to go to 1 wolfsbane. So that's nice. There is no money, unfortunately. You step cautiously into the shattered remains of the throne room, where the Overlord fought, the heroes of light ultimately dying in the brave final stand. Something isn't right. It appears the heroes have desecrated the body or stolen it. Or maybe he's still alive. Who knows? This is Tuesday, Frostmelt 3, by the way. There is only dark smears of blood across the floor. Splinters of shattered armor remains, but body itself is gone. The realization gnaws at you. The Overlord could have not simply vanished. Someone has taken him. You must piece together the truth of what happened in the aftermath of the battle. The heroes didn't just slay the Overlord, they took his body. But why and where? They probably got rid of it, so we can't worship it. That's what they usually do. So we go for number 1 here. Examine the blood splatter. Roll d20 wisdom. Remember investigator. Once again, we do not have investigator. So we do have a +1 on our wisdom. 15. There we go. So 16 total. If the result is 11 or more, you determine that the body was dragged in multiple directions, split apart. The heroes just didn't take the Overlord. They divided him. Oh, okay. Maybe they do like the old days where they cut each limb off and place them all over the place as a warning. Search the clues among the wreckage. Roll d20 intellect. Remember investigator. Once again, I don't have that. So we do get a +1. 9, so 10. So dig through broken weapons, torn banners, and scattered belongings to find evidence. Result is 10 or less. You find nothing but dust and ashes. Jeez. Number 3, interrogate. Oh, as you search the throne room, you hear a faint cough and a ragged breath. Someone still clings to life among the rubble. Interrogate the investigator. Charisma and persuasion. So I do have that. So I do get a +2 and a +2. So I have +4. 3, and we do get a +1 on any d20, or we get a reroll on any d20 charisma roll. So we definitely are going to do that. Oh my gosh, this has been terrible. So 4 + 4 is 8. This is terrible. If the result is 10 or less, the survivor chokes on their last breaths before revealing anything useful. Well, I see how this is going to go. This has been absolutely terrible. Oh, 4, optional, revive the survivor temporarily. Roll d20 wisdom, remember arcane adept. Okay. You may use a spell point. Oh, wow. You may use a spell point to automatically succeed. Okay, well, I don't have a spell point. I have surges. All right, well, wisdom. I have a +1 on my wisdom. Oh my gosh, a 6, 6, 7. So if the result is 10 or less, the soul screams in agony before vanishing, revealing nothing. Okay. The throne room holds no more answers. The heroes did not simply defeat the overlord, they dismembered him and carried him away, ensuring he could never rise again. Some have taken body parts for trophies, others for destruction, or worse yet, what if some intend to use his power for himself? Wow, that was absolutely terrible. Oh, here's our high mage here. And we do have another pouch here. We got a 4, and a 4 is a blight root. So we're going to go to 2 on the blight root here. Man, I wish we had some we could, oh yeah, we do have some stuff here. We do got to make sure we use this intellect roll and might roll. We might have to start using some of these. Our rolls have been absolutely terrible. With the overlord gone and the castle merely a wreckage of its former glory, you enter the ritual room in search of answers. Perhaps this room holds clues as to where to go from here. Okay, well. And this is Wednesday Snowmelt 4. They didn't take him. He had a bunch of power too. They probably should have took him. Search the room. D20, intellect, remember, investigator. Man, we really need an investigator here. We do have an 8 plus our intellect is 9. So you find the high mage exactly where he died fighting. Valor Spellwright. His robes were scorched from the spells of Valor's devastating magic. The soul crystal is gone, taken by the heroes, no doubt. So we did have an 8 plus 1 for 9. So if the result is between 8 and 14, you find a cache of medical herbs inside. A ritual table, gain 1 blight root, 1 crypt reed. You also find a small locked chest hidden near a bookcase. Okay. So we get a blight root and a cryptweed. Got a lot of cryptweed now. So we're at 4 cryptweed. So 4 cryptweed and 1 more blight root. So we're going to go to 3. Go to 3 on the blight root. So definitely going to start making some spells here. So 2A, if you have the bone key, it unlocks this chest. Well, I didn't find the bone key. So 2B, pick the lock. Dexterity, remember locksmith, which once again I don't have locksmith. Or I could smash the lock, roll damage. Well, we do have a D10 of damage. Let's just go dexterity. Let's try to pick it. We do have a +0 on it. But we are going to use a surge to add a D4 to a single dexterity roll. So we'll use 1 surge. So we have a 7 plus 4 is 11, because we get none of our bonus there. So if the result is 7 or less, no. If the result is 8 and 14, you are unable to pick the lock. Try another option you haven't tried yet. Okay, well, we're going to smash it. So roll damage. So my damage is 1d10. All right, so we'll roll a d10. We do get a 9. So if the total cumulative damage is 15 or less, the lock is cracked and close to breaking. You hurt yourself trying to smash the lock. Reduce your health by 1. Continue to smash the chest until you accumulate enough damage, or try another option you haven't tried yet. If the total cumulative damage is 15 more, you break apart and the chest opens. All right, so we're going to go to 18 health. And let's do it again. We have 9 damage. Plus 6 is 15. So we do have the 15. So the lock breaks apart and the chest opens. Inside the chest, something glints Amidst the dust inside the small chest, you spot slivers of soul crystal pulsing faintly. Nice. In which we did have to keep track of that, so I wonder if that's going to come up. Uh-oh. Okay. The overlord's back here. Can we loot him? That would be funny if we could rob him. But nope. Okay, so Thorns Day, Smell Melt 5. As you grasp the slivers of the soul crystal, a pulse of magic courses through you. A faint shimmering catches your eye from the ritual table where the high mage prepared a spell earlier. It calls for the soul crystal. You place the slivers here, and the room erupts in a storm of raw energy. Okay, we might be bringing them back. Light swirls and coalesces around the room as the image of the Overlord materializes before you. His presence looms commanding and powerful, even in death. My body may have fallen, but my soul remains shattered and scattered across the material world. The so-called heroes may have claimed victory here, but the war is far from over. It now falls on you to reclaim the remnants of my kingdom and ensure my reign endures. Every day the world remains without a dark ruler, true order slips further from our grasp. The heroes have taken each piece of my body as their trophy, scattered to the far reaches of the world. My body, my head, my sword, my soul crystal, even my sacred treasure, each of the fragments of my power, torn from me and left to drift in the hands of those who seek to erase my legacy. They shame us all in everything we worked so hard for. This disgrace cannot stand. Do not let those so called heroes revel in the victory for long. Hunt them down and reclaim what was stolen. Show them that there is a price to be paid for those who seek to extinguish the dark. Return here when you have gathered the remains and put me to rest. Only then will the world understand that my power is eternal, and you may claim it as your own. My rule is finished. It is now your burden to carry on my legacy. With his final words, the soul crystal turns an ashen gray and crumbles to dust. You are left with a moment of quiet contemplation to consider his last command. You shall be the one to replace the overlord. That is, if you can pick up the broken pieces, his kingdom, and establish your power over the land. By now, word has spread of the overlord's undoing. There is no telling how many alliances must be strengthened or made new. You have a lot of work to do before you seek out the heroes, and take back the fragments of the overlord's remains. So we don't have to roll anything, so I guess that's going to be kind of what our goal is to. They do have a map of the world. So it looks like we're going to be going to the far parts of the world. Right now we are over here. We went to Silk Rend. So it looks like we're going to have to start to travel around. Oh, nice. Looks like we're going to get another equipment item. Friday, Fruits Day, Snow Melt 6. You search for answers within the castle. Concludes. In that search, you have found a powerful relic that you might use as a symbol to help establish your power and may aid you in your difficulties ahead. As new ruler, you must now make a plan. Okay, so let's see. Pick one item, take and equip it. Equip items can be managed on the equipment sheet or the accompanying hero book. This page is also downloadable, blah, blah, blah. Heroes. One hero can equip one item of each time. Example, one helmet may be worn, one shield. To obtain a second item of the type you already have, you may equip it now, wait to equip it on the page when you rest, or save it in case of death. If your health ever reaches 0, yeah, we'll go over that. It is advised that you wait. Yeah, so this is what I thrown off last time. It is advised that you wait so you don't cut it open, but we actually have the stickers, so. Form a plan. All the pieces begin to take shape as a plan forms. The Dark Citadel is a symbol of power. Before the remnants of the Overlord's army is to follow you, the castle must be rebuilt. The coastal village of Saltwinds lies east. It was a powerful post and slave town supplying food and labor to the Overlord. The enemy's forces must have landed their ships there. You need to discover what has befallen this town and take back control. The dwarven city of Stonehall lies north. The Overlord in his alliance with the dwarves to supply stone and other building materials. To obtain the necessary materials to rebuild the citadel, you must visit with their queen and renegotiate the treaty. To leave the continent of Mordoth, you need a ship to venture west to Arcanis and Verlodena, where the heroes make their home. The pirates of Skullhaven, where the Overlord's naval force protects the water. Journey there to capture a ship. Crystal or slivers of the soul crystal. 3 slivers of the soul crystals remain. Though they are only fragments of the whole, each one contains immense power. At any point during your journey, you may consume a silver sliver to take a rest. Use them wisely. No other remains. And once they are gone, their strength cannot be replaced. Add 3 slivers of soul crystal to your inventory. Okay, so inventory. Let's just go inventory. I don't see a spot for soul crystal, so we'll write up here soul. Oh, thing's dying here. So we do have 3, and these are rest. And let's see here. What do we want to take? We could take the helm of Abyssal Echoes. That's pretty cool looking. Intellect and defense. Sword of Sparrow equip. 1 intellect, 1 damage. 1 damage seems pretty good. Pendant of the Fiend. Equip necklace. 1 intelligent, 1 tack. I do like defense in this game because I feel like defense is huge for not getting hit. Obviously, so is the attack. So, let's see here. We already have a shield, which gives us a defense. So we could go heavy defense. But I think, well, this is going to give us an intellect, which is big. So do we want defense, damage, or attack? Attack is obviously going to help us hit more often, which would let us roll damage more, which is good. So let's see here. Let's actually take. Yeah, I think we're actually going to take the pendant. Because we can, one of our surges lets us add a d4 to an attack roll. So that actually doesn't really do much. So actually, let's do damage. Let's do Sword of Sorrow. I mean, it does look pretty bad too. So now I just got to find it on here. Sword of Sorrow. So now we do have our weapon, which we will increase our intellect now. So our intellect will be 2. So that's nice. And we do get a +1 damage now. So that's nice. So we roll a d10 for damage, and we just get an extra damage, I guess. I think that's the way it works. Stars Day, Sunday, Snowmelt 7/8. So I don't think there's anything to steal or any packages. So let's go from here. The castle, once ominous and commanding, lay in ruins. You search through the rumble, trying to salvage anything you can and rescue any unfortunates caught in the wreckage. Which we do have a ton of minions, and we are able to have +4 more because of our Grim Cackle here. And we are at 15. I feel like we need to start using them. A dozen or so henchmen are clustered around the grounds, selfishly picking through the debris as they search for anything of value. How shall you deal with them? If our notoriety is a 4. So if it is 2 or more, gain +2 to this roll. So 1A, 1B. We can raise your voice, addressing them all to sway them to your side, which is charisma, or assert your strength. Well, we are going to raise our voice. So we are going to roll D20 charisma, which we do have a persuasive and +4 2 for charisma, so we do get a +4. Oh, and we get a 1. But once per page, we can take a reroll. And we get a 12. +4 is 16, plus the 2. So we have 18. If it is 11 or more, a couple of the henchmen listen to your calls and decide to join your side. Gain 1 minion. Like, we need more of those. We're up to 16. Search the collapsed tower building. There must be something useful in the tower. If only you could find a way inside. Roll d20 wisdom. Remember investigator. I don't have that, so I'm going to roll d20, and I get a +1 for my wisdom. And wow, okay, a natural 20. So we get our boon back. Geez, this has been rough rolling. So let's see here. So if the result is 11 or more, though the entrance is blocked, you find another way through a hole in the tower to the east. Within, you find 2 orcs pinned by a fallen support beam. Roll d20 strength. And we don't have athlete, so we are going to get a -2, but we are going to use a surge to get a +4 to this roll. Plus d4. So we have a 4, +4 is 8, -2 is 6. Oh man, we got to get our strength up. So if the result is 7 or less, you lift the beam only to falter at the last second. The orcs are crushed before they can escape. Oh my gosh. 3, dig through the rubble. What can you find within the remains? Perhaps a place to start rebuilding? Roll d20 constitution, remember athlete. No athlete again. And we are going to use our last surge to get a plus d4 to our constitution. And our constitution is a +1. So we get a +1 to this, +2, and a 4. Oh my gosh. So 1, 5, 6, 7. Jeez. Well, if your result is 10 or less, you search for hours, finding little that is not already smashed to pieces and broken beyond repair. You find 2 meal rations. Okay, actually, that's not too bad because my meal rations were pretty low there, but I did find some on the last episode. So we do go from 4 to 6. We are going to need those. And with that, that is the final page. A little preview for the next week. Looks like we have a little camp growing here. Maybe these are new followers. Looks like they got some children here. But yeah, we'll see where we go next week. Thanks for watching.